And happy to welcome to our studios and to our microphone is an attorney at Varnum. Zach Meyer is in our studio. Zach, welcome.
Thank you.
I've been lucky enough I had a meeting, a gathering over at Varnum, and you guys have spectacular offices. And you have that outside, I don't know if it's an event thing or you guys have lunch out there every day or whatever, but it's a nice view.
We've got some patio space up there that we love to share with people.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very cool. Thanks for coming in. And let's talk about what you guys are doing. Varnum has committed now a second round of, I guess, $1 million in legal services to startups and emerging companies.
That's right.
Okay, so, and that's a huge give back. Tell us about why the company's doing it again, and then what the philosophy behind and what it involves.
The first time Varnum did this and thought about it was a very different time, back in 2011, and the state was not in a good position, and it was clear that something different had to be done. So the firm and its leadership kind of sat down and tried to think in a way that I don't think a lot of law firms think, creatively, and try to do something new, and came up with this big idea about putting together a program where we would give back and invest in the state that we serve. So
very good. The usual way is, okay, we need some clients, big, heavy hitters, and we'll make it rain, right?
That's right.
Okay. And Varnum, I'm sure, does that like a lot of other great law firms as well, but this was a give-back idea because the state needed it. We need help.
We looked at it as an early-stage investment opportunity.
Sure.
An opportunity to interact with some really interesting companies that were starting up and emerging that probably weren't in a position to be able to interact with a law firm like Varnum or other law firms that were perhaps available to them.
And the legal angle might be, it's definitely a necessary component to any startup, any business, but it may not have been with some of these people who are, they're techies, they're writing code, they think maybe in a different way, which allows them their skill set. Maybe law wasn't the first thing on their mind.
Working with attorneys and paying attorneys is not a high priority for startups.
I would imagine. Okay, so when these groups come together, first of all, how do you find these people that you say, okay, we'd like to help you?
We work through some referral arrangements. So there are organizations across the state like Smart Zones, business incubators, universities, and their tech development centers, and we use them as a resource to connect us with the clients that they already have a relationship with and understand what their needs are.
Okay. And what kind of an attorney are you? Are you kind of a techie kind of an attorney, or?
I'm a business attorney and,
okay,
and have a working knowledge of some of the tech sort of stuff, but certainly not a techie.
Okay. Let's talk about some of these businesses that you're helping. And one of them I'm familiar with because my wife signed us up for this platform. It's called Benefit Mobile, and I think it might be connected through or related to our son's school, but I'm not 100%. I just get the emails, and they're a very active company.
Right.
They're one of the people that you're dealing with, right?
Yeah, they're one of the earlier applicants that we had in the program that we had a chance to work with. They produce a gift card platform, allowing the users to make contributions to schools and other nonprofits. And just make it very easy to give.
And there's a bunch, and they all do different things. There's Food Junkie, Collecto. The names are great. Tome, Turtle Cell.
Yeah.
Tell me about this is a great one. Turtle Cell, maker of cell phone protective case with retractable earbuds. That's the hardest thing for me is keeping track of untangling my earbuds.
Yeah.
I don't know if this helps or not.
Yeah, that's just a really good example of the sorts of ideas that come out of this program. These startups, they're doing something and a problem just kind of surfaces, and they for the first time are thinking about a solution. And that was an example of some folks out in Ann Arbor that were just dealing with the tangled mess of earbuds with their iPhone or music player and said, we can do this better.
So this is the first wave of the businesses that I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
Are they you view it as an investment, you say, for the firm. Is that investment paying off at all?
Yeah, it's worked out really well for the firm specifically.
Sure.
We've developed some good relationships that have stuck even beyond the four corners of the program. But I think it's also been good for the state by and large.
Mm-hmm. And Varnum thinks that this is worth doing again, obviously, because
Yes.
you're committing another $1 million in legal services to this.
I don't think that we really knew exactly how it was going to turn out when we made the first commitment, but certainly at the end of that first 5-year term, we've been able to look back and understand that it's been a really good effort and something that was worth repeating.
Mm-hmm. And when these legal services are delivered, is it on the phone, in person? Are you going down to these startups, cubicles and with open spaces and whiteboards, or what is it like?
It's a mix of everything. We certainly do a lot of work over the phone and by email, but we quite frequently head down to the client sites to actually work with them. We'll go to some of the incubator space, even for open office hours, and work with them on their own terms.
Is there anything else our listeners should know about this association that Varnum has with these startups? Again, it's statewide. Maybe somebody knows somebody who's involved in a startup. Should they be contacting you guys, or?
They certainly can contact us directly. If you work with one of our referral partners, that's probably the best way to make your way through the program. But there's no geographical limitation on this. We have clients and partners that we work with as far as the Upper Peninsula.
Okay. And who are the referral partners?
A lot of the smart zones, the MEDC, some of the universities like Michigan State and Michigan Tech. They have some business and technology development centers that we've been working with. Angel investors. Certainly, if you aren't connected with one of our partners, you can connect directly with one of our attorneys, and we can point you in the right direction.
Okay. VarnumLaw.com?
That's right.
Okay, very good. A pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in and talking about this. I just love this venture. $1 million in a give back program for the community, for the state. You're to be congratulated. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you for your time.
You bet. This is News Talk 1340 WJRW. It's 11:30. National and international news, and then local news.